Alright, good morning Octopath Traveler community. Silver Axis here with the patch notes overview for October 9th, 2025. It seems that we are getting the Bravely Default rerun and just entirely for this week for the roadmap's first collab rerun mentioned. So that means the later collab rerun will be Live a Live, so we'll have to wait a little longer for ODOO and ODOS upgrades. In my opinion, this is a little weird because BD came after Live a Live, so it's not been as long, but whatever. So yeah, we're getting the Ringabel, Gloria Merchant rerun for Bravely Default to 2. All of them already have their 6,000 new upgrades, and we're also getting each one is getting, so it's a free banner, shared free banner, a split paid step up for each with 50% step 5s, which is gross. You'd think for reruns they'd learn to make them guaranteed, they'd make more money. And then we're also getting a rerun of the original BD for Adea, Agnes, and Adele. All of them already have 6-star and everything like that. Same 150 pity, so shared free step up and split paid. Same deal, all this and that. All of them get increased guide stones and hunts, so if you have them or you do for some reason pull, which you shouldn't, you get all these. Unfortunately, there seems to be no free pulls at all for this BD rerun, which kind of sucks. There's new special tasks and main content. That's cool. The Traveler Story is available if you hadn't done them or if you're a new player, so that's helpful. Job Tower rotation, Scholar and Apothecary are rotating in, so make sure you've done the other ones before they expire. And then, unfortunately, they're not selling stones for reruns, which is unfortunate because that could be useful for people wanting to chase A4s. The only packs are just power-up packs, which are bad. These are the worst value packs in the game, so just don't touch these ever. If they ever started selling stones again, that'd be worth it. Like I said, for these units, like for any of these units, if you don't have them, they're not worth pulling at all anymore. It's too late for them. I'm sorry. I'm gonna be completely real. Like Ringabel just was for a very brief moment of time the best unit in the game, but then he quickly got power crept out of existence. Even if he got his buffs, which they didn't say he got, which is weird, he still isn't that much better. Magnolia, same thing. Very brief time on top, and then pretty much power crept almost immediately. Gloria still has very niche use in some turtle setups, but that doesn't mean she's worth pulling. And the BD1 units have been bad for a very long time. The only thing that's somewhat decent is Adea's A4 still has a niche use, but that's not worth chasing at all. Like, there's just other ways to get that effect now. Like, you don't need her A4. Gloria still has a good A4, but again, I wouldn't chase after that either. There doesn't seem to be, as I said, there doesn't seem to be any notice of their buffs. I'm going to briefly go over them anyway, just in case they somehow forgot to post them, because the trend as of late has been that every time there's a rerun banner, we get the CN buffs. So I don't know why we're not getting the CN buffs for Ringabel and Magnolia, but just in case they forgot to mention it, we are getting them. Ringabel's buffs from CN, basically, they buffed his A4 just to have better stats. Losing defense, it doesn't matter, so if you do have his A4, you'd get more attack. They made his EX skill usable sooner, otherwise it's unchanged. All his buffs are basically for his passives. Basically, like his passive, they gives him 30% attack up and sword damage up but lower HP. He also gives himself back HP barrier, so that means he just is harder to kill, so you're not like punished for using his stuff if you don't immediately have a healer or regen. He also starts battles with HP barrier, which is different. HP barrier does not affect his HP passives because this is based on his max HP, so that's why it's separate. And at the start of turn, if he has max HP barrier, now he gains 50% potency up and regen. So basically all his buffs do is it gives him 50% potency up, so if you don't give him potency up from someone else, he can hit a little harder by himself. The problem is this is only 50% potency up when all the good units have 100% potency up or more, like Kaine and like Magnolia. Well, she's not that great, but like Sazx has it. ODOO's buff, he gets 100% potency up, so this just isn't enough to make him relevant. It's nice, but it's just not enough. So like he's easier to use. He won't kill himself. So if he gets his buffs, great. If he doesn't, whatever. As for Magnolia, if she gets her buffs, they also buffed her A4 just to have better stats and more speed down for longer, but that's, again, not a good A4. They gave her jump skill 70,000 additional damage cap up because it's got a slam cap for free anyway. Still not good. They made her EX skill a 2-hit spear instead. They made it a 2-hit spear instead of a 1-hit that still restores SP. And the gimmick to it is it resets her latent power. My bad, typo. It resets her latent power to 0, and the skill gains 100,000 damage cap up. So this can be useful for like 3 turn breaks with Nier, so she can use her latent power, then do her EX skill, then latent power again, because that gives her more damage cap and critical, so then you can use it with her 7-hit spear, so you can do 7, 2, 7. It's fine, I guess. And she can also passively lower spear res down just by switching rows, which is really good if you don't have Roland. So like I do hope they'll get her they'll end up giving the CN buffs, even though they didn't mention it, but if they don't, rip. Otherwise, that's all for this week's patch notes. Please let me know if there's any questions or anything like that below. Like I said, I want to reiterate, they did not say they are getting their CN buffs, so please don't assume they are. I just wanted to cover them just in case they are. And again, these are only if you already own the units. None of these units are worth pulling. Please do not pull for any of these units unless you're just a massive Bravely Default fan if you don't have them. Anyway, please like, follow, and subscribe for more future COTC content. And let me know if there's anything else you'd like to see in the channel. Otherwise, I will see you all next week with the next week's patch notes and any potential new unit reveals. Otherwise, see ya.